Hi and welcome to Tarot Rebel. This is a reading for Capricorn. Please continue watching if you're a Capricorn or if you have Capricorn anywhere in your chart. Cross-watchers are also welcome. This is a general reading, so please keep only what resonates with you. Discard anything that doesn't make sense. And I will take a look into your recent past, your current situation, your immediate future, and then I'll close it off with guidance from the Oracle decks. If you like this type of content, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Okay, Capricorn, let's see what the cards have for you. And as I said, I'm going to take a look into your recent past, your current situation, your immediate future. So, you have two jumpers here in your recent past. You have the Six of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups. Very good. Let's see what's in your current situation. Have the Three of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, and the Eight of Swords. And let's see what's in your near future. You have the World, the Page of Cups. One more, please. One more, please. The Ten of Swords, and energy at the bottom of the deck, you have the Six of Pentacles. It's a really nice reading, and I really have like good vibe from it. It looks really good for you, and your recent past looks really good. Your current situation looks almost good. You have this Eight of Swords here that bothers me a bit. In your near future, things are picking up quite a lot, and the overall energy of the reading is the Six of Pentacles, which for you this talks about growth, generosity, sharing resources with others, sharing ideas, sharing your time, sharing your anything that is connected to the material world. This is what drives your reading for today. So I think the overall message here is to don't forget to share what you have with others for you to grow and to expand, right? Okay, let's take a look into your recent past. You have this Six of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, and the Nine of Cups. The Six of Swords is about transitioning into something better, into usually it's called moving into calmer waters, but it's more of letting go of something that doesn't serve you anymore and accepting that loss and being able to choose better for yourself. So that's what you did in the past, which obviously it sprouted some success, because you have the Ten of Pentacles, which is a culmination of wealth and happiness in the material world. It may be like really good job or a really good relationship with your family, with your spouse, with anyone that you perceive as being beneficial to you in your life. And then you have this Nine of Cups, which talks about satisfaction on all plans. So you choosing to move on from whatever didn't serve you in the past only led to success and growth and fruition and triumph on all plans, especially when it comes to your home life and your independence, your emotional well-being, anything on those lines. In your current situation, you have the Three of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, and the Eight of Swords. So work looks like it's going really well for you with this Three of Pentacles. It's this is you bringing into a community, you bringing your idea, and people that you work with being able to collaborate with you in a way that's beneficial for you. And you also have this Two of Cups, which talks about emotions and partnership in a way that serves you, possibly a long-term relationship with an ideal balanced partnership with someone. And you also have this Eight of Swords, and I know that people are afraid of the Eight of Swords, but Eight of Swords isn't as scary as people make it to be. Eight of Swords, yes, it's you overthinking and putting barriers for yourself and building walls for yourself and talking yourself out of things, talking yourself out of situations that might serve you because you are not ready to make the change and you prefer to isolate yourself rather than just take the plunge. In a way, this transition from the Six of Swords to the Eight of Swords, it makes sense because once you make that leap of faith and then you find yourself alone and isolated, it's very difficult. It's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. But any change, any transformation is very difficult and you have to embrace it. And I know it's easier said than done, but sometimes we just need to accept that new things might be better. They might be worse, obviously, but what if they're better? And what if it's better for us to go that way rather than just stay in a position of defeat all the time and with our guards up and always struggling to move on from this kind of mental prison. In your near future, you have the World, the Page of Cups, and the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords, this is a culmination of the previous pain, struggle you are currently in with this Eight of Swords. It's a culmination of pain. It's ending of a crisis, and everything. Yeah, it looks like this person is backstabbed, right? But at the same time, there's only the only way up is up. The only way is up. Sorry, I'm struggling to find my words. And yeah, you've been hurt and beaten and backstabbed, and I know it doesn't sound well. I know it doesn't sound very reassuring, but after you're done with the pain, there's only growth, right? And you have this proof with the World here, the World card, which is a culmination again of things, of cycles, is moving on from something. It's the cyclicity of things, the spinning wheels. You know, the world is a sphere in the end, right? And things go around it all the time. So once all this pain ends, the only way to move on is to start something new. And for some of you it might be travel, but for some of you it's just maybe something new on the horizon, something that's more beneficial for you, something that leads to more growth and more expansion in the end. And you also have this Page of Cups, and I find it very interesting. So you have on the first row, you have this moving on from something, stopping for a breather to work and to apply yourself to work and stuff like that, and then you move on to the full expansion, the full growth of the world, where you can achieve so many beautiful things. You have achieved many beautiful things, but you're on the path to achieving even more, right? And then on the middle row, you have the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, and the Page of Cups. This is a row of love, definitely. This is, if I'm reading this correctly, this is you being super happy at home in the past, by yourself or with your family, but not necessarily having that special someone, right? And then in your current situation, you meet that special someone, the one you can have very deep relationships with, right? And then you move on into this Page of Cups, which is synchronicity and happiness and love messages, and focus on the emotional side and being able to open up to new things emotionally. So this middle row is, the first row is your self-development, self-growth, and the second row is your emotional well-being, and you're expanding and you're opening up so much to the power of love, right? And in the last row you have the Nine of Cups, the Eight of Swords, and the Ten of Swords. And I feel like it's a bit counterintuitive, but hear me out. So you start off as this very content, happy, satisfied, fulfilled energy, right? And then you move on to scaring yourself from out of opportunities and options that life throws at you. And in the end you decide, well, there's no point in me fighting this, because this is what I need to do. This is where my self-growth will happen if I only choose to accept it and use it to my own advantage, right? And as I said, the overall energy of the reading is the Six of Pentacles. And while you seem very focused on yourself or very focused on your well-being, I think this is a card to remind you that other people need you and your resources in their life as well. Let's clarify some of the cards. Oh, I want to clarify so many of them. Tell me more about the Eight of Swords. My cards are very sticky. I haven't used these ones in a while. See what the Eight of Swords has for you. The Hermit. Yes, you're in a very self-isolating phase. The Page of Pentacles. And the Nine of Cups again. Yeah. You're driven by finding sense and practical sense into your life, but at the same time you're worried and you're overthinking things. And while the Hermit usually talks about introspection and finding the guiding light and finding new ways of looking at things, I think in this case you're just talking yourself out of opportunities. You also have the Nine of Cups from the past moving into this present situation, and I think you should focus on that. Focus on what makes you happy. Focus on what you've achieved. Focus on what you can do to achieve more, and things will start to look much better for you. Because right now it looks like you're struggling to find what should I say? Find the reason why you should feel so happy, content, accomplished, fulfilled, right? Tell me about the Ten of Swords, please. Have the Five of Wands. That's some conflict that makes you feel like that. The Temperance card. More. And the Two of Pentacles. So, as I said before, you're feeling like this is a culmination of pain, right? And there's some inner conflict that's going on for you, and you're trying to juggle so many things at the same time, and maybe this is why it's stressing you out and makes you feel like you're surrounded by, because swords are choices as well, so maybe you're surrounded by choices and you're struggling to find the best one for you, and this is causing you so much trouble that it's clouding your judgment and makes you feel in constant pain. And the last card clarifying the Ten of Swords is this Temperance card. And Temperance begs you to bring your focus back into balance. You need to do things little by little, do things in moderation. Don't overspend your energy, don't overthink, don't overreact. So bring back your focus back to that moderate kind of energy that usually it does define you, but apparently right now you're in a very overthinking kind of state of mind. Tell me more about this Two of Cups, please. Tell me more about the Two of Cups. Okay. The Four of Pentacles. Oh, interesting. What are you hiding, Capricorn? Okay. And the Hierophant. Interesting. Let's see. Too many cards, but one more, please. And the King of Wands. Interesting. So, this Two of Cups, this perfect balance, this perfect union you have for yourself is clarified by the Four of Pentacles, which talks about stability in the material plane and possessions, and in a possession in a way, in a very jealous kind of way, very holding on to things, grabbing onto things and not letting them go. And I think you have this relationship with someone who you perceive as very very traditional, but positive, in a positive way. You have this Hierophant, which is possibly a Taurus, and someone who you perceive as being very very calm, very good-natured, very knowledgeable in a way, because Hierophant talks about traditional ways in terms of books and knowledge and things like that. And you perceive them as being perfect for you, right? And you also perceive this person who may be a Taurus or maybe is a fire sign, like Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, or have either Taurus or fire in their chart. Someone who's very confident, very determined, very visionary, very has authority, has that spark of leadership that inspires people, right? So this is your perfect match. I like it. It's very subtle. It's a very subtle energy. Quiet in a sense that it doesn't make too many waves, but it does touch on to people when they meet this person. Tell me more about the world, and I'll leave it at that. Tell me more about the world. Okay. Get the Strength card. Yes. Yes. And the Knight of Wands. Okay. And the Queen of Swords. This world, this cycle that's ending, it will help you achieve that inner strength that you're craving for. It will help you move into this energy of being balanced within yourself, being in control, being determined, being stable. And it's also clarified by the Knight of Wands, which is interesting because this is a very hasty, very jumping to conclusions kind of energy, but not necessarily jumping to conclusions, but it's a very determined, fiery energy. And then you have the Queen of Swords, and this queen talks about you being perceptive, you being quick-witted, you being how should I put this, very fast thinking, and making the right decisions and choices for yourself and others. Okay, let's see what the oracle decks have for you. Let's see what's your blockage and how to solve it. Wow. This is your blockage is happy family. It's basically not the 10 of Pentacles, it's the 10 of Cups, but it looks like you have trouble achieving that, right? How to solve it? Hostilities. I think this is the Swords energy, the 8 of Swords, the 10 of Swords. It's you need to remove them from your life. You need to stop putting up walls, creating mental prisons for yourself, and you can then achieve whatever you need to achieve. What's the possible outcome? Envy. Oh. I mean, if you have everything the way you want it to, people will start noticing, and it will impact you in a way that's not very beneficial for you. Let's see, what's the last piece of advice? What's the reminder? Venice Mallow. And this is, the message is delicate, fleeting beauty. When life is not coming up roses, look to the weeds and find the beauty hidden within them. I hope this helped. Thank you so much for joining me, Capricorn. If this resonated with you in any way, please like, share, and subscribe to help me grow my channel. You can follow me on Instagram, on Facebook, on my website. The links are in the description box down below. Thank you so much and see you next time.